Hi all, I'm Chris, and welcome to this two-player run-through of the game Treasure Lair, published by AEG. Okay, so let's set up the game. First things, we need to choose our starting heroes. Now the game comes with 4 starting heroes, all the standard tropes. We've got our rogue, our ranger, our fighter, and our wizard. Now, in any game, you are always going to use the rogue card, and it does have the starting player banner written on it. So we're going to take the rogue as player 1's card, and I'm just going to shuffle up the other 3 and draw one randomly for player number 2, who will be playing as the wizard. The other 2 can go back to the box. Next we're going to shuffle the main decks: the challenge, the hero, the action, and the treasure cards. Now on the back of the challenge cards there are gold coins. These are our main currency for the game. At the start we're going to deal 3 gold coins to all players. So 3 to the rogue and 3 to our wizard. Next we're going to set up our hero pool, or the yellow deck. We're going to draw 3 heroes. So we have the Beguiler, the Forest Stalker, and the Lightning Mage. Just leave the rest of the draw deck just by the side. Now we've got the action pool, the green backed action cards. We're going to also set out 3 of these as well. Again, just leaving the deck nice and handy. Next we need to set up our quests. So to do so, we take our treasure deck and we lay down 3 treasure cards. Now each treasure card is going to have a number at the top left hand corner. That denotes how many encounters we are going to come across in each adventure. So to build our set quests, we're going to take the challenge deck. Now each quest is going to have a secret challenge, so we just put 1 card face down. Now we need 5 encounters for this card. We're going to turn this over. Now the symbol at the bottom of each card is an encounter. Green is our location cards, in this case the Cloven Lands. We've got another green, so that's 2 encounters. We've got a red, the Plague Wing. Red cards are monster cards. So now we've got 3 different encounters. We've got the Plague Wing and we've also got Pegasus. Both share exactly the same symbol and solely that same symbol. In that regard, that can't be placed there, and we'll put that just to a discard pile, just off the screen. Redraw. Okay, so we've got a Djinn. Now it's a blue card. It adds the final 2. So now we have 2, 3, 4, 5. That completes that adventure. The blue cards are our encounter cards. On to the second quest. This time we're going to need 6 encounters. So 3 straight off the bat. And 1, 4, 5, 6. Now, even though this card does share same symbols as this one down here, it's not identical like it was in the case of the first quest. So that is a legal placement for that card. And finally, the 7. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, different than what the other 2 was, even though it does share the fireball. And lastly, now even though that pushed it out to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's still okay as long as you reach the minimum requirement for that quest. Okay, now we'll just leave the rest of the treasure deck close by so we can use that. As we can see at the bottom of each quest are our treasure chests. Once you've cleared, and we'll see how we do that during the course of the game, we capture these chests. In a 2-player game, the first player to capture 7 will win. First player's turn, which is our rogue, because they drew that card. Now, a turn order is very simple. What you're going to do is you're going to draw one of these action cards. You're going to do the compulsory top action, and then you're going to choose one of 3 of the secondary actions. So if we look at these ones here, main action, discard 1 monster in a quest. So as we said, a monster is a red card, and then gain 1 gold. Draw 2 heroes. So 2 heroes from this deck. Recruit 1 for free and place the other hero in another player's party. And the last is recruit 1 hero for free. And I think player 1 will do this last one. So they'll take this card, they'll recruit 1 hero for free. Just move these over. They like the look of the Beguiler. It's got 3 symbols, and you'll see soon enough, the more symbols you have, the better. Okay, now that gets replaced straight away. Same with the action card. Now we choose one of the secondary actions to do, and these are always going to be the same, one of 3. You either gain an additional gold, recruit a hero. Now the cost of the heroes is in the top left hand corner, and that's what we're going to be using our coins for. Or one of 2 things, we'll get to the second thing shortly. Or we can begin a quest, which we can come over here. Now the main point of this game is to do a quest. We're trying to get matching symbols of what is in that quest there. Now both player 1 and 2 don't have that many characters in their party as yet. So in these early stages of the game, they're just going to build up their party before they actually go on quests. In that regard, what player 1 is going to do is they like the look of this Conjurer that's come out. So they're going to do the second option of recruiting a hero. Now we'll just discard these cards off screen in a discard deck. Once they've been carried out their actions, we won't be using them again. So we'll get rid of that, and player 1's going to recruit another hero to their party. They've got the 3 gold, which was their starting gold, and with the 3 gold, they're going to recruit the Conjurer. Conjurer goes to their party, gold is discarded, and we replenish the row. That's the end of player 1's turn. But they're now in a very good spot in that they have quite a few characters with a lot of different icons, and you'll see how that will benefit them when they attempt a quest. On to player 2. Player 2 is going to draw one of the action cards. Now the card that came out was a duplicate of the previous one. So player 2 is going to do this, where they're going to get to draw 2 heroes, recruit 1 and place the other hero in another player's party. We look at these 2 heroes. We have the Ardent Defender and the Trailblazer. Now you'll see that certain cards will only have 1 actual icon, and to supplement the fact they've only got 1 icon, they normally do have a power. In this case, the Ardent Defender is when you attempt a quest, once during a quest this hero is participating in, discard a face-up challenge and draw 1 challenge to replace it. So if we send the Ardent Defender out on one of these quests, he'll have the ability to discard 1 card, draw a random one to replace it, which could be either better or worse. But it's a good power to have. Or we can just pick the Trailblazer for the 2 symbols. Now, as player 2 already has this symbol here as part of his beginning wizards, he's going to opt for the power of the Ardent Defender, and he's going to give player 1 the Trailblazer. As his second action, we'll replenish that card first. I think he will also, he'll do something different. He'll gain 1 gold. So we take a gold from the deck. He now has 4 gold. That action card goes. Now it should be noted that at the end of a player's turn, you are allowed a maximum of 5 characters in your party and 5 gold. So at this point, player 1's got 4 characters, where player 2's got 4 gold. So they're getting up to their limit, their threshold. Back to player 1. Player 1's going to take the other card the duplicate of the card we just actioned then. So draw 2 heroes, recruit 1 and pass the other to their opponent. So going to draw the 2. Just put that down there for the time being. And we have the Tracker and the Alley Runner. So again, the tracker gives us quite a few symbols. The Alley Runner, one symbol, but gives us an ability. So again, it's another ability we use when we go on a quest. Whenever you defeat a challenge with this hero, you may add it to the top of another quest of your choice. Okay. This card would be used to make another quest more difficult if you knew your opponent was going to be going for that quest. Player 1 likes the fact of having more abilities, so he'll take that card, which gets him to his maximum party size of 5, and he'll give the other to player 2. Okay, now as his secondary action, we'll just replace the action card there. Again, either gain a gold, recruit heroes, or begin a quest. Well, he has quite a few characters now, so I think player 1's going to try and complete a quest. We'll just discard that, and now he'll choose one of these 3 quests to attempt. Looking at all his symbols, he has a good cross-section of symbols that he could go through these encounters, and I think player 1 will go for this second quest. Doesn't require that many encounters to beat, but it will reward them with 3 treasure chests. So first things first, what he needs to decide is he needs to commit characters to the quest. So this first quest is requiring the pendant and the hooded character. So he looks in his party here, he's got the hooded character a number of times, and he has the pendant. By looking ahead, he's also going to need the axe, which is on this card as well, and also the fireball. What he's going to do, just going to push this card forward, he's going to commit the tracker to this quest. Now, at any time you don't have an alternate symbol that you may need, or you might just not want to use a character for a set quest, you can also pay 3 gold coins to pass that challenge of the missing character. But as player 1 has no gold coins at this moment, he's now covered the pendant, he needs the hooded character, so he'll push forward with the Trailblazer. Between these 2 cards, we have the pendant and we have the hood. So we beat this first challenge, and that then becomes 1 gold that we can use to spend. So this gold comes to player 1. Just move these over. Okay, on to the second challenge. Now the second challenge is the axe. The tracker that we used before has one of the axes. Now you can use these characters' symbols repeatedly throughout all different challenges. Each challenge is unique and each challenge is individual, forming part of a larger quest. So we get the axe and beats the bone construct and gets awarded with another gold coin. Now, if at any time you cannot beat a minimum of 2 challenges, then the challenges will reset and the cards you've committed will get discarded. Now, from this point on, because we've beaten at least 2, if player 1 fails in beating the rest of this quest, they will still keep the 2 coins they have defeated, and this quest will be discarded and replaced with a new quest. With that said, we now look, we've got the pendant, we've got the hood, we need the fireball. Now the only other character we have is the Conjurer. It's a bit of a shame that we will be committing the Conjurer, which is 3 symbols, to only get the 1, but unfortunately we don't have 3 gold coin to pay for that fireball, so we will have to commit that 3rd card. So now we have all 3 symbols. We beat the Guardian of Fire. We gain the 3. Now, the reveal, a bit of a lottery to see what the hidden challenge is going to be. We flip it over. It's a pit trap. It is only a single pendant. We had the pendant with the tracker. We successfully defeat that. These 3 adventurers are now discarded, but we successfully cleared this quest, and by doing so, player 1 has won 3 chests. Nearly halfway there to winning the game. We set up a new treasure, so we draw a treasure card, It's a single treasure. It's a 4. We place down 1 secret. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, and more than 4. So, and all different. Pretty successful turn for player 1. Ended up with $4 from the quest. 2 adventurers still in their party. So that was a pretty successful turn for player 1. Ended up with $4. Still got 2 adventurers in their party with quite a few symbols available to them. And on to player 2. So player 2 is going to take this second action. What this action tells us is he gets to discard all heroes in the pool. So we discard all of these and draw 3 new heroes to replace them. Then they'll gain a gold. So we'll discard these 3 heroes. We gain a gold by doing so. That comes out. We're going to replenish the hero row. So we get the Gambler, the Nymph, and the Treasure Seeker. Okay, now player 2's got to decide what their second reaction is going to be. Gain a gold, recruit one of the 3 new heroes, or begin a quest. And I think player 2 will recruit a hero. Likes to look at this Treasure Seeker. Treasure Seeker costs 1, so we'll get rid of that action card. We'll pay 1 gold coin, and we'll take the Treasure Seeker into our party. At the end of their turn, we'll replenish that. Player 2 has 4 members to their party and 4 coin. On to player 1. Player 1's going to take this action here. So gain 1 gold or recruit heroes. So in this regard, they could recruit twice. They've got a few gold from their first quest. They've got the 4 gold from their first quest. So gaining their 1 gold as part of this first action. They're not going to recruit a second hero at this point in time. As part of that, player 1 instead is going to use the recruit hero part of their secondary actions. We'll get rid of that action card. They're going to pay $2 to recruit the Nymph. That gets replaced with the Barkeep. Now the Nymph's power is a good one. When the Nymph is used during a quest, you get to discard that hero at the start of the quest to draw 2 heroes and recruit both of them for free. So very good. We'll keep that there. Player 2. So player 2 is going to take this first action, which is to discard 1 monster in a quest, then gain a gold. So they're looking, even though they haven't got a lot of symbols in their party, they do have a lot of blue, and they're looking at this first quest here. So discard 1 monster. Now a monster is the red cards, so they're actually going to discard the Umbral Horror, get rid of that card, and they gain a gold. We'll just gain an additional gold. Now for their second action, we'll replenish that. They're going to begin a quest. They haven't got any quests yet. They know player 1's already 3 chests in front. They'd like to even the score. Now with that gold they just picked up, they've now got the maximum of 5 gold. So they're going to go on this quest. What they're going to do, they're going to commit his wizard straight away, which beats the Guardian of Magic because it has all the symbols that we're going to need available to them. So Guardian Magic goes. Now, even though that takes them up to 6 gold, you don't have to discard down to the minimum 5 till the end of the turn, so we're still good. We go on to the next, the Earth Elemental. We have a Fireball and the Pendant. Fireball and Pendant, the wizard covers that one as well. We do beat the Earth Elemental. We now have the Fireball and the Hood. Again, we've got both just by that wizard card, so we beat the Shadowmancers. Now, the secret we reveal, it's a battle axe, it's the Ivory Dragon, a battle axe and the bow. Now, we don't have either of those, but what we can do, as I said before, we can pay 3 gold coins per missing symbol. So in this regard, if we don't want to commit any other adventurers to this challenge, we could pay 6 to buy both of those. 3, 4, 5, 6. Still leaves us with the 2. We pay the 6 gold, which beats the Ivory Dragon and gains us the 3 treasures, putting us on even terms with player 1. The wizard is discarded. Now, as the wizard is a starting hero, that doesn't go to the hero discard, it just goes back to the box. Okay, so now we need to set up a replacement quest for here. We draw our treasure. It's a 2. It's a strength of 4. We place our secret quest. We have 2, 3, 4. Okay, back to player 1. So player 1's going to pick this center action. What it tells us is we can discard 1 location. So a location, a green symbol. In a quest, then gain 1 gold. What player 1's going to do, they're going to discard this library of wizardry and the boot symbol. Going to gain 1 gold instead. And as their second action, they're going to attempt this quest. Going to begin it. So we'll draw a replacement action. I can go discard. So first things first, we need to defeat the Spider Queen with the hooded symbol. We've got the hooded symbol here with our Beguiler, so we'll commit that card to this quest and thus defeat the Spider Queen. Okay, next we've got the Hydra. Hydra's going to need the bow and also the sword. Well, our rogue has the bow. We don't have the sword, so we'll commit our bow from the rogue card and we'll pay 3 gold for the missing sword symbol, thus beating the Hydra. We gain that one back. Now, the secret we reveal, and it's 1 boot. Now, we don't have that boot card there, but we do have, luckily, 3 gold left. We'll pay for the missing boot with the 3 gold. We'll clear the Alchemist Lab. We gain that, and that gains us another 2 treasure, thus getting our score up to 5 treasure chests. Now we discard our Rogue and Beguiler. Again, the Rogue being the starting card, back to the box, and the Beguiler to the hero discard. Now that was a bit of an oversight by us then. We did have the Nymph there and we got her specifically to use in a quest, but as the text explained, we did need to discard that hero at the start of the quest. So we missed out on that opportunity. That's something we need to keep track of for a future quest. We need to set up a new quest now we've cleared that. Draw a treasure card, single treasure, and it's a strength 3. We put down our secret. And we have 1 challenge, 2nd challenge, and there's our 3rd challenge. Now player 2 is going to take this center action here. Now what this tells us is we can discard up to 3 heroes in our party and draw an equal number of heroes and recruit them for 3. It's basically wiping the slate clean, even though player 2 has got these 3 heroes here and they all have specific quest-based abilities. They are, because they have abilities, only single symbols. So the Treasure Seeker would have been great. Again, similar to player 1 with the Nymph, we should have played that last turn to capitalize on clearing that treasure. We didn't do so. So what player 2 is going to do is discard the 3 heroes in their party and draw 3 heroes and recruit them for free. We get the Stormcaller, 2 symbols on that one. The Battle Mage, 3 symbols on that one. And the Griffin Knight, 3 symbols on that one. So player 2 is very happy with what he's just done then. He's got a very strong party, which sets him up nicely to attempt one of these 3 chests. And as his second action, we can either gain a gold, recruit heroes, or begin a quest. So player 2 is going to decide for their secondary action to recruit a hero. We're going to get rid of that card. We'll replace it with another action card. And the hero they're looking at is the Wayfinder. Wayfinder's only going to cost 1 gold, which they'll pay for, and they pick up the Wayfinder, now getting their party up to 4 adventurers, and will replenish with the Blade Dancer. Back to player 1. Player 1 likes to look at the new action that came out, so what we've got is we get to discard all heroes in the pool and draw 3 new heroes to replace them, then gain a gold. So we're going to do that. We're going to get rid of these 3 heroes. Draw 3 new. They gain a gold for that action. We'll replace the action card. Now as their secondary action, they're going to recruit a hero. They like the look of the Elementalist. Elementalist has an ability that when you use him during a quest, you can choose one ability icon to use during that quest. So he represents every symbol in the game. Costs 2, we'll just get rid of that. We'll pay our 2 gold coin and we'll add him to our party. And we replenish. Back to player 2. Player 2 is going to take this action here and gain 2 gold. So we'll do that. We'll gain 2 gold. And as their second action, they're going to begin a quest. So we'll replenish this. Now we have 4 gold to begin this quest. And as they're looking at the quests here, I think they'll go for this middle quest. So what they're going to do, they're going to use the Wayfinder's power. So they're going to put him forward to participate in this quest. His ability, once again, is during a quest this hero is participating in, discard 1 face-up challenge and draw a challenge to replace it. So he can choose any of these cards to replace. Now, we have the Fireball, and I've got that covered in both. We also have the Battle Axe. But we could commit the Stormcaller for the Fireball instead of the Battle Mage, thus saving an additional symbol if we get rid of the Battle Axe challenge. And I think that's what we'll do. We get rid of the Blade Berserker as part of the Wayfinder's power. Now we need to draw a card, challenge, to replace it. We draw a challenge and we swap like for like. So that didn't hurt us too bad, but it does now mean we will have to commit the Battle Mage to further this quest. We now need the horse and we also need the rope. We'll put forward the Battle Mage because, as we said, he'll cover additional elements of this challenge. And we'll also put forward the Stormcaller because we do only have 4 gold coins and it looks like we may have to pay for a missing symbol in the pendant. So, first card, the Mage's Sanctum. We have the boot, we have the horse, and we have the rope. So we successfully defeat that card. We move on to the zombie. Zombie requires a fireball. Both our Stormcaller and Battle Mage have the fireball. We get the zombie. We go on to poison gas. Now this is where we don't have a pendant. We're going to have to pay 3 gold to get that pendant and clear it, thus clearing the poison gas. We have the Battle Axe. Our Battle Mage covered that for us. So we defeat the Gronk. And now we reveal the secret. And it's a crossbow. Now, to beat the Griffin, we would now have to put forward our Griffin Knight. We don't really want to do that, so we will pay our 3 gold coin instead to defeat the Griffin, thus gaining the treasure and putting player 2's total now up to 4, still trailing player 1 by 1, who is on 5. 3 heroes are going to be discarded, and we set up a new quest. So 3 treasure, 1 secret, 7 challenges. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to player 1. Okay, so player 1's going to take this first action, which tells us we need to take one face-up challenge in a quest and place it on top of another quest. And at the moment, they haven't got that many party members to go on a quest, but they do have these two symbols here covered if need be. So what they're going to do, they're going to take the Silverbane Werewolf, and they're just going to place it this point in time. They'll just strengthen this quest, make it that little bit harder. Actually, they won't. They'll put it over here on the Djinn. That way, the Djinn didn't have a sword as part of this. Not the Djinn. This quest didn't have a sword, where this quest already had two. So they've just made that now a requirement for the first challenge. It may come back to hurt them, but they're hoping it'll hinder more their player 2, who they know already has the sword symbol. We'll replace the action. And because player 1 has no gold, they'll take the option of gaining 1 gold. And that gets discarded. Player 2 is going to opt for this first action. So draw 2 heroes, recruit 1 for free, place the other in the opponent's party. We draw the Wandering Bard and the Travelling Merchant. Wandering Bard's pretty good, has the 3 different symbols. The Travelling Merchant, on the other hand, has a recruit power. So when you recruit a companion, once per turn you may recruit the top hero on the discard pile by paying its gold cost. So we've just got the discard pile off to the side at the moment. Top card on that currently, let's put this one down, is the Stormcaller, which is a 2 cost for 2 strength, but that's a good one to recycle used cards back to your hand, especially if they're very strong. That said though, player 2 does like the option of having the 3 symbols to counter the 3 he already has, so he'll take the Wandering Bard and he'll give the Travelling Merchant to player 1. Now, second part of their ability, they've got 3 gold coins. So I think what they'll do is they will recruit an additional hero. So we'll get rid of that. They'll spend their 3 gold and they'll recruit the Shamaness. So another 3 symbols, and strengthens. They already had a very high red contingent of symbols. Now they've backed it up with the blue. So they're covering both monsters and also encounters, and they have a spattering of location abilities as well. So we just need to replenish these piles, and it's back to player 1. Player 1 likes the look of this one, specifically for the reason we mentioned earlier. Player 1 does have both these symbols available to them. They're just unsure what this challenge could throw at them, but this card is going to override that for them. So they've taken this, which lets them take a secret look at the hidden challenge in a quest and then gain a gold. So we'll gain a gold for them, and they can look at what this challenge is going to be. We turn it over, we need a boot and a rope. So they now know that those 2 symbols are what they're going to need to defeat that challenge. As a secondary option, they know they've now got 2 gold, so not enough to pay for the missing symbols that they've got. So at this point, even though they do have advanced knowledge on what that card is, they're not really strong enough yet to do that challenge. So what they may do is they will just gain another gold. Discard that. Back to player 2. Alright, so player 2 is going to take this action here. Now this action tells us we can discard 1 location or 1 green card and then gain a gold. So we like the look of this quest here. It's going to give us 3 treasures. Location, we're going to get rid of these 2 symbols here, so the Pillar of Bone. Now that gains us a gold, so we get 1 gold. But what that did is, though, even though player 2 did have both of those symbols, now, hopefully, without knowing what this last secret challenge could be, we'll only need to commit the 2 companions and be able to hang on to the Wandering Bard for the future. So as a secondary action, they set this up to attempt this, so they're going to begin the quest. We'll discard that and replenish, and we'll attempt this quest. So first things first, the gargoyle. We need the sword and the battle axe. We're going to commit our Griffin Knight, which has both of those symbols. We beat the gargoyle. Again, the Rotgut Troll, crossbow and sword. The Griffin Knight again has those symbols to be able to beat that challenge. That goes to our discard. We now have 3 coin, so hopefully that'll be enough to pay for anything that we are missing. Now, we have the pendant. We have the gold 3 gold coin, as we just said, that we could pay for that, but I think we'll commit the Shamaness, who has that, which defeats the spear trap. And now we reveal. And it's the fireball. So it was lucky that we did commit the Shamaness, who also had the fireball. She can beat the Arcane Spectre. Gives us the 3. Now that gives player 2 the winning margin of 7 treasure chests. So how this is going to work, we just complete the turn. Player 2 discards their 2 heroes. Now, player 1 gets 1 additional turn to try and level the game. So we're going to set up a final quest, 3 treasures, and it's a strength 8. So a secret, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just move this one down. Oh, actually, I oversaw that. The giant slug wouldn't have been able to get played because it does match just the single symbol of the spawn of chaos. So that one was a illegal placement. Boot comes out. So that's a 5. Again, we said this is an 8. And there we go. 6, 7, 8 with the internal sovereign. Okay, so now this all lies on player 1. So player 1 currently has 5 treasure. Player 2 finished with the 7. So this adventure here is going to be no point to them. It'll fall short. They will level if they can clear this quest here, or they could pull a win from the fire if they can beat this center adventure. But we'll see how the turn plays out. So player 1's going to take a big risk. They're looking at this card here. Now what its action is it gets to discard the treasure in a quest and draw a new treasure to replace it. Now they know this single treasure is going to be no good to them. They need a 2 to level or a 3 to beat. They know they have both these symbols covered and they're hoping they can beat the secret. So they're going to do that. They're going to discard this treasure card and draw a replacement, which is a 2. So that's going to level the playing field for them. Now having said that, if they do manage to clear this quest here, it's going to force the game into a tie-break situation because both parties are going to have 7 treasures. The tie-break situation falls down to whoever has the highest difficulty level of treasures. So as we've seen during the course of the game, this little number here is the difficulty of each treasure. So the combined highest total is going to be the tie-break in that. If both are still tied at the end of that, then we go to whoever has the highest hero cost for their remaining heroes. Player 2 is finished with a hero of 3. Player 1's going to take the gamble. As their secondary action, they know they only have the one option, to pull a win from the fire. They're going to begin a quest and they're going to go for this quest here. We'll get rid of that. We don't need to redraw. This is going to be the last effort of the game. We're going to put forward the nymph. Now the nymph's power was we could discard her at the start of a quest to draw 2 heroes and recruit both for free. she does give us a bit more strength there, so we may do that. We may discard the nymph at the start of this quest to draw 2 heroes and recruit both of them for free. So both of these are very strong heroes, and I think that's what she'll do. So we'll get rid of that. We'll draw those 2. Again, we don't need to replenish. This is the final hurrah. And we're going to put forward the Illusionist. The Illusionist has the pendant symbol, so we win the pendant. We next have the horse. We're going to put forward our Travelling Merchant. We didn't use his power, but we don't need it at this point in time, so we beat that. This is what it's all going to come down to. We're going to flip this card, a boot and the rope. We're going to use the Elementalist, and we're going to choose one symbol. So we're going to choose the boot. He can be the boot. We've got the 3 coin. We can pay for the rope, so we'll get rid of that, which beats the Cavern of Wonders. We get the 2 treasure. We've now evened the game. These are going to go. So both our players have got a strength 3 hero. Let's see if the previous 2 tie breaks are going to decide it before we actually reach the final. Okay, here we are at final scoring. If we look at what was left, both players finished the game with the same amount of treasures, 7 apiece, but when we go to the first tie break, the total strength of the treasures they did gain means that player 2 won with 18 points as opposed to 15 points for player 1. So player 2 gets the victory. As we said, it would have then gone to the strength of their characters, which were both a 3, and it would have been drawn, but we don't need to concern ourselves with that. So that's the end of the game. I've hoped you enjoyed this run through. If so, please like and possibly subscribe, and until next time.